So we're back and we're about to start game 2. Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm also thinking I've got a flight to catch, so TSM,
Cancel it.
go TSM.
Cancel it. Yeah, in 3 hours, right?
Yeah, very
You're totally
soon.
not getting on that flight. Just saying, you're not getting on that flight.
Yeah.
So we have the game up and we're just going to join back in.
So CLG were comprehensively outplayed there. You can't underestimate how quick those early ganks down bottom. In fact, they had a double gank, to be fair. Both junglers came out. St. Vicious got the kill up top. The first blood went down the bottom as well. So, very good stuff. The odd one on Nocturne, even when he wasn't ganking, he was just, when the team fights they were ganking up, he was pushing out top lane. It drew CLG away so hard that, they just kind of didn't know whether they're coming or going, and they were just forced into some bad initiations, really. Obviously, when they came down to Dragon, they were kind of like caught out of position. Aurelia was diving straight towards Big Fat GG, and Reginald's Howling Gale across Big Fat GG, it almost killed him in one hit near the end there. It was just, he could not get close to the fight. And, Chaos on Cogmore, I think we may even see Cogmore picked up early by CLG in this one, because his range, he was just chipping away at people, and when they came into a fight, they were already 2/3 health.
Yeah, and there was the one fight which looked really good for CLG, like TSM had overextended or something, and then all of a sudden, bam, it was completely the other way around. It turned into an ace, actually. And I actually got a request on Twitter as well. If you're going to play ranked right now, please don't play AP Janner in middle. You can guarantee like half of the games that just started in the last minute have got an AP Janner saying, me mid.
No, really, it works. I've seen it on stream. Yeah, Reginald was playing it on stream. It's a bit different, it has to be said. I've been in the same situation where I've seen people playing it and you just think, oh, I could do that. No,
you can't.
You really can't. Sorry. We're going to wait for TSM. They're going to join in here. I mean, I wonder how they're going to approach it any differently in this. We've seen the bans in the last one. Do you really think we could see a targeted Janna ban?
No,
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't see that happening, to be honest.
I wonder what CLG were thinking when they saw it. They were like, Reggie, are you trolling us?
I mean, it worked really, really nicely, the way it all kicked off, The
big problem was that St. Vicious never managed to actually get to mid. He got the gank up top, and he tried to think 2 or 3 times to get Reginald in mid, just shielded up as soon as he came out and walked straight back. There was no problems. Didn't manage to get the gank on him. So Sols was just, doing his farming thing, but Sols wasn't able to go down bottom or top or help anywhere. He kind of had to stay there because Reggie was just Howling Gale straight down the line, and he was pushing power on the towers, and the minion stacks coming in there. He struggled, it has to be said. I don't know how they're going to deal with it, whether Oriana's going to be banned, I guess almost certainly. We're probably going to see Fiddlesticks banned again. I guess Nidalee has to be banned. But it's forcing Hotshot onto Cho'Gath, and he wasn't as effective as he has been, because TSM know exactly what they're playing against. European guys, when they've played CLG, they kind of seen them obviously streaming, but they don't really know what they're going to come up against. Let me just wait for TSM to ready themselves up. The staff guys also in there. The staff guys, we've had the great write-ups. IEMGamescom.leagueoflegends.com has been the website over on League of Legends. There have been some fantastic write-ups, all the matches.
Yeah.
Obviously, the streams are going on there. So if you do miss them, and the American crowds, they will probably be missing these things because they are on at, we're probably like 4 or 5 a.m. or something like that. Probably later than that, maybe, I don't know, in America. So it's pretty late for these guys, despite the fact it is 2 European teams. There's this big stretch of ocean, though, so we can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, it's not in our hands. We can't bring the continents together. If we could, we would. So we're just waiting for TSM, I guess, having a little bit of a discussion as to what they're going to go.
There we go.
Not. We're straight in. So let's bring up the bans and picks and see if we get anything a little bit unorthodox.
They were very quickly the first game. They kind of knew what they were going to go straight with. This time, it's CLG discussing it, and they're going to go ban Alistar. There we go. So Alistar's been allowed in sort of every game between them. Oriana banned insta there by Team SoloMid. Udyr banned. Top lane strong. Nidalee banned. So we're picking up the speed. I wish it was like this online, this speed.
It will be soon.
It will be soon, hopefully.
Once we get the spec mode in for every game, then they have to do it finished by that time. So, third and final ban coming out from CLG. Let's see what it's going to be. Gangplank. Not really a surprise, although Yeah, we've seen some very hot and cold Gangplanks, I'd say, this tournament. We've seen some great stuff, and we've seen some stuff that's not on par, I'm going to say.
Yeah, when Jack's banned as well, Gangplank can be... it's really... You know, if he doesn't get the ganks, then yeah, you could go, oh, you know, he didn't really do his job there, but it's kind of hard, and you can't underestimate his ulti, how much that helps here, there, and everywhere across the map. You know, you just throw it down there. So we've seen, obviously, Zilean picked up there, so we're going to see in the mid it will be Sols on Zilean. He actually played brilliantly on Zilean the other day, it has to be said, against Millennium. Very well played. We've also got Ash. Ash has kind of been target banned for a long time, so we're going to have the arrow, and we've got the odd one on Fiddlesticks. And Fiddlesticks, it was St. Vicious who played Fiddlesticks, and he was banned pretty much every time after that.
Every time after.
Yeah, so he wasn't target banned there. Lee Sin being picked up, so that's probably going to be, actually may well be Lee Sin in jungle there, St. Vicious. Sols is going to get Soraka, so securing Soraka early on. TSM, how they're going to respond to this one. They're not really countering what CLG pick. They're kind of going with it themselves. You know, we saw them interviewed the other day, and they were like, I think it was Fnatic TSM, and they both said, I'm going to counter what the other one picks. It's like, well, somebody has to start.
Yeah, someone has to start at the end of the day, yeah. Next two picks for TSM, X-Special and Rainman. Obviously, they do have that AD carry for bottom. They've got their jungler. Maybe we see, I mean, support can come last because Soraka's already been picked. So let's see what they go with first. And, or not, they're just going to pick Sona up now. See, I don't really understand that. Like, why not leave it to last when Soraka's already gone?
Yeah, Soraka's already been picked. They know you're not really going to get a Sona and Soraka in the same team, but you never know. They might go AD Sona.
AD Sona.
You never know. Reginald's going to be on Annie, I guess, there, so that could be good. So that's going to be Reginald on Annie versus Zilean mid. So, you know, Zilean can be low hit points, the same as Annie, and there's a lot of bursts from both of them if played right, and these guys do play them right, that's for sure. And like you said, I didn't know why they left Sona last there. I guess they're just saying, you know, we might as well just go with a pick, because at the moment they've got they're in the right picks. You can see Chaos will be playing Ash, the odd one will be playing Fiddlesticks, X-Special will be playing that. They just didn't want to, you know, they're saving the bug that might happen of switching. Galio coming out there, and Big Fat GG is going to pick up Kog'Maw. I thought CLG might go Kog'Maw this time around. Kog'Maw was played brilliantly, but when Ash is available, they had to lock him in.
Indeed. We saw a Galio in the group stage,
yes.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was CLG. Totally it was CLG, I think. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay. And they dominated the group stage, so obviously went well. I think it was against SK.
Yeah, it could have been.
It might have been SK. We've had a lot of games. I'm kind of confused.
Confusing.
Yeah. The last final pick, Reginald. Actually, I lied. I said they were on what they were going to play. They're not. The Rayman's obviously not going to be on Annie. He's going to be on Aurelia, so they're going to switch between there. So, Rayman and Aurelia again, and that's a bit of a gap closer. Elements will be switching, possibly? Yes, there he is. So, Sols is going to be switching with Hotshot. I mean, Hotshot's going to be on Galio, or is Sols actually going to be playing Galio? I'm not sure if they can't switch. We'll soon see if they drop out in a moment. And like I said, yeah, there we go. So Hotshot was going to go on Galio, I thought so. So they're just going to blind a remake. Joe, we've seen the teams, we've seen the picks, we've seen TSM dominate the first. How do you think this one's going to go?
To be honest, I'm fancying TSM.
I am fancying TSM as well.
Their 5 is very, very strong.
Yeah. My flight time says I'm fancying TSM as well.
Good luck getting out of this place to the train station.
That's the thing. It's like it's not so much the time; it's more getting to the train station out of here. I mean, it's pretty busy here. StarCraft is also coming after this, so it's not exactly going to empty. Because the StarCraft final MC versus Puma. Puma. Actually, I suppose if you're from America, sometimes it's Puma. Yeah. I guess tomato, all that sort of malarkey. We are ready to go. Go for the blind picks. So, for me, TSM were strong in that game. I guess, if a good Flash Galio would work, it could catch them all out, and the rest of the team, they will react as they do. They are very quick at reacting. It could easily win a strong team fight. But, the lane phase kind of went heavily towards TSM in the last game. I'm not too sure how this one's going to work. Reginald was he seems to be on top form. He didn't die in the last game. There's quite a few of them that didn't die in the last game, it has to be said. Nocturne didn't die either in there, so the odd one jungling very well. You know, it's just TSM seem to have brought their A game. CLG, we've seen them dominant throughout this tournament. You know, are they confident faces you're seeing there? That's I mean, at CLG, you can see Hotshot down the end elements, St. Vicious and Big Fat GG lined up. And I swear the cameraman the director's just
listening to us.
Talk about it, switch it.
Get it away from us.
Yeah.
So, the countdown in-game has finally finished. There's SoloMid. Reginald,
he's just lounging around, yeah. Is that like the SoloMid? Yeah, he has got a SoloMid full-on blue vest this time. He's switched it up. So we're going to load into it. So, I mean, personally for me, Team SoloMid are going to take this. We'll soon find out. We'll be back in just a sec.
So we are back then. Game number 2, of course, the scoreline is 1-0 in favor of TSM. We're going to be finding out if they can win this in 2 or whether CL Gaming are going to push us back into a third and final matchup, which would no doubt make you miss your flight. Yeah,
it definitely would make me miss my flight. I may need to run mid-game. That would suck. You know, the flights were booked. I was like, yeah, if there's a delay, you know that's really going to suck, but I don't think it's going to happen. Hotshot GG is on Galio, as we said. Big Fat GG going to be down bottom with Elements. That's going to be... and he's awesome. He's in the China skin. It's the rockets going off when he starts to ulti. Yeah. Sauce is going to be mid on Zillion. Played brilliantly the other day, it has to be said. Reginald also played a brilliant Zillion. It's something that the European guys have yet to play, and Ocelot said, the minute I get home, I'm going to be playing Zillion mid. Especially down the bottom with KX, of course, that's going to be Tonna Ash. And Fiddle in the middle. Not quite, he's going to be in the juggle. Sols, Reginald there, sorry, on Annie. I'm calling Annie Sols these days. Rayman, of course, up top. So it's going to be Aurelia versus Galio top there. Hotshot, you know, he's been tremendous so far on Nidalee, on Cho'Gath. We've not seen, well, and of course Jax as well, let's not forget that, he was target ban, and we've not seen him on Galio. I don't think he played him. I'm thinking it was a different game, you know.
I think it was the second day when I casted with Daniel. I don't remember. It's been 5 days here at Gamescom. It all kind of blended into one big long week. So the action is underway. No level 1 team fight. Not really that surprising, to be honest. Both teams playing very, very cautiously, and we may see something interesting here. St. Vicious down at bottom is waiting in the bush, and he is going to pounce here very, very soon. Clairvoyance goes down. Chaos could be the one in trouble. St. Vicious misses, and he's going to back away from that one, but still good amount of early damage output. That's no doubt, if nothing else, just going to annoy Chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. So... Sorry, I've said there's actually a drinking game thread every time I say absolutely. Surely I think it's another one in there. But I'm going to try and watch it. I don't say it too often. I'm going to have a couple of paralytic people watching this stream. But Special just going down. Double ward in jungle there. Jungle? That's not jungle. Double ward in bottom bush there. And that's obviously going straight towards the odd one on St. Vicious, on Lee Sin. The odd one continuing his route. Clairvoyance goes down. They know exactly where he's going. I wonder if Lee Sin's going to try and counter that. So he may well do know he's going to go straight for Wolves, so they're going to continue on their merry way and farm up a plenty. As we often get at the start of these games, KX has been taken a little bit low there. You can see again on towards X Special there. So Big Fat GG putting the pressure on the bottom lane. Lee Sin obviously came down to help. So let's have a look towards the CS. At the moment, top lane, yeah, it's pretty even. It will be. Nobody's going to have a massive advantage just yet, Joe.
No, certainly not. And I'm going to start saying absolutely now. you put it into my head. Yeah, up at top, Hotshot GG just really hugging that bush. Rainman getting himself a load of free farm there. No harassment coming in. Down at the bottom, Big Fat GG hitting level 3 there, as did Chaos. And the CS, let's have a look at that as well, 13 to 22. So Big Fat GG doing a real great job so far of really bringing that one back. I'm so going to get confused since they switched teams and champions, like Kanox last time with Cogmore, and now he's at bottom, and Sol's last time with Annie, who's now in middle on Reginald.
Yeah, exactly. But Big Fat GG, he played Cogmore absolutely
amazing,
perfectly. Yeah, I mean, his positioning was outstanding. However, he is against KX this time. KX just playing Cogmore, knows exactly what to expect there. As we also got Fiddle making a position there. He's going to show his position, going to go straight in and really just force them away from, zone them out there. But now Fiddle starting straight away. Look at that. That's an early Drake there. 4 minutes 49. Yeah, nerf back required there. I'm not sure if Lee Sin's aware of it. Will he be able to hear? Things gone down. Let's have a see if anything's going to happen. No idea. Instead, he's going to try and get a gank up the top here. And Reginald is far too far away to try and get in there. He's going to have a go anyway. Instead, he's going to go towards the... no, miss. Oh. Ooh. It's pretty low, but it's going to be doable, I think. He kind of needs a little bit of help here. Just about hanging on with that lifesteal. I'll have a quick look. There we go. Finishes off with the smite. Nicely done. So 5 minutes 29, Drake, very early stuff, and the odd one will go about his merry way. Reginald at the moment has that stun up. It doesn't have any health pots left. Charles is a mix between the two. Has that still health pot, so they've obviously had a go at each other there. See at the top there, Rayman chipping away on Hotshot. That's another one I've got to stop using. Reginald is... I'm not too sure how he's going to handle it. What are you oohing about? I'm not seeing anything.
Sol's had the ignite on him, but it was pretty safe.
Yeah. He's got Tibbers on him as well, actually. He's keeping the bomb at bay. Yeah, he's going to farm up. He uses his last health pot. Kind of the same between the both of them. He's going to miss a bit of farm here, though. The tower will take it. Don't think he's too worried about that. Rayman just sitting out the side. All he's doing there, he's going miss, basically, or MIA, as the Americans like to call it. And he's putting doubts in Reginald's head, so Reginald step back straight away, despite the fact his minions had pushed that lane. So he's just helping out his mid lane.
Big Fat GG just getting a couple of hits off on there to Chaos. Of course, we do have X Special up there behind him, so shouldn't be going through too much of a problem. Up at top, it's the usual case of two guys smashing each other and not really doing much damage. Actually, they've pinged Fiddle there. I guess oh yeah, the Clairvoyance was down just below the Golem camp. And again, down at bottom, Big Fat GD doing a great job, and he's going to be hitting soon. He's level 6, and then he's going to have an even more annoying task, is Chaos, to keep him at bay. The CS down on that bottom lane, 51 to 40, so a decent lead already being built up there by Big Fat GG. Up on the top, Galio 55 to the 50 of Irelia. So Hotshot GG doing a great job so far with Galio.
Yeah, his abilities kind of help him farm. He's pretty good to farm with, it has to be said. He's not one of those poor farmers. Are we going to see... I guess we're going to see Fiddle possibly keeping the blue. I don't know whether he's going to give it to Reginald or not. We'll see whether Reginald peels off in a second. Have they been abort down the bottom? No, still nobody's been abort yet, so they're just continuing their farm. And, you know, the bruiser fight at the top, it does kind of get a little tiring. It's something the Riot said they're going to look at. They want to see, get a little change going on there. The odd one has picked up the blue. I guess we're going to see Sols taking the blue buff in a moment. As we see Lee Sin going around, yeah, Sols is going to back away now. Doesn't feel he's got the lane quite pushed enough. Going to miss out on some farm as well. But he's going to go for it regardless. Rayman's just going to chip away, and frankly, there's not a lot happening. They're just continuing to farm. We've had this stage a few times. You know, the first 10 minutes can be a farming session, but with that such an early dragon, I'm not too sure if TSM CLG even knew it was happening.
I don't think they did at all. Maybe when the crowd cheered afterwards, they were like, "Huh? What?
What was that for?"
Happened?
Yeah.
We are seeing here the odd one just sniffing around in that tri-bush. I'm not sure that he's going to come in. Maybe he will.
There's a ward there.
Yeah, there's a ward in that bush anyway, so he's pretty much useless at that point. CLG obviously aren't going to fall into that trap. Maybe, actually, Lee Sin's coming around. He's going to do the golems. Maybe after that they can get in here. I mean, they can multi-us him into a false sense of security with that ward.
Let's give it away that there's a ward there. He's getting firing straight towards X special targeting. Actually managed to land it on KX there as well. Bomb on Reginald there. Sol's having a go. He has that got blue buff, so he's going to try and farm a bit more aggressively. And yeah, Fiddle's going to back away. So TSM's wasting his time with the blue here. He's, I think he's kind of sussed it that there's a ward there. He's not really sure where he's going. Okay, he's going to come down here. He's kind of been lingering for a long time. He really wants to get that gank. But we also have St. Vicious in there, so it's going to be a 3-on-3 down the bottom here. And they've just sit him there. They hawk shot the bush, and St. Vicious is going to back away.
Clairvoyant's just going down there as well. He's going to put X special into the bush.
Shows the odd one.
And hello, Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
So the odd one really missing out on a little bit of time here. He's going to go in there onto Elements, and they're even pushing in onto Chaos.
He got he triggered his ulti and Elements straight away. Got in there and got the silence on him just as he was about to start doing it, which completely aborted and very nicely done there. That was first blood, and then look at that. They immediately went, "Oh, we get Dragon." Hold on a minute, it's not there. They had no idea.
Oh, middle. Salsa's going to go down. Yes, he is, but he's got his ulti in there just in time. And, well, minions.
No, minions. The bomb finished him off. The bomb was on his head, managed to get it down, yeah. Managed to get the bomb on his head, no problem, finished it off. Meanwhile, Hotshot GG has pulled it down towards the bottom here to try and push it on towards the tower. And Chaos is very low, has to be careful because Big Fat GG will be able to pick him off with that ulti. Hotshot GG is just going to sit there quite happily. Looks like he's used his ulti, so he missed him using his ulti down on that tower. Still not really getting a great deal of damage on it. Lee Sin's going to chip away in the mid, looking towards top. You can see that Rayman is going to have a chunk of it on towards the top tower there before Zillion manages to catch up. And that bottom tower now secured.
All safe, down to less than half, as is the middle turret. Actually, they were just pushing there with St. Vicious, so CLG doing a nice bit of early work here. 2-0, obviously in the lead. They're only 100 gold behind overall, and especially considering that TSM nicked themselves an early dragon, that's not bad whatsoever. Now we see Big Fat GG and Elements getting back into lane. 76 to 73, super even. CS down on that bottom lane. Up at the top, 90 to 96. Again, not much of a difference in middle, 75 to 65. So, you know, it's just across the board a very, very nice even game at the moment.
Yeah, Solstice Bomb's starting to hurt on Reginald there. He's feeling it. And Hotshot's going to have... Well, he's going to have a long time to do it because Aurelia is actually coming down bottom. He's just going to chip away at that until the minion stack comes back. They're coming down. Dragon is due, that's why. But surely the odd one, you know, he soloed it a minute ago. I guess they just want to secure it, maybe. They have a couple nearby, so they are going to pick up the second dragon. Ping going down. They're not too sure. That's actually CLG's doing the pinging.
They've got no timing whatsoever.
They've no idea what's going on with Dragon here. Absolutely no clue. However, Hotshot will be able to have another chunk of this tower going down. Now they've CV'd it and gone, wait a minute, why is it doing up on 12 minutes?
Oh, almost a steal coming out there from Big Fat GG. Not quite working out. So, let's see what Rayman's going to do. He's going to have a bit of time here to chip away on Hotshot. Exhaust goes in as well. This could be bad for Hotshot, to be honest. The ulti fired out there from Rayman, surely a flash over. Yep, but counter flash comes in. Rayman is still in chase. Obviously the speed buff there just getting Hotshot out of the way, and he will be safe as houses.
Safe as houses. We've got a Wriggles built on Chaos down the bottom here, and another Wriggles on Aurelia. Have a look. So down the bottom, I mean, we've obviously seen at the top 105 to 108, very even in farm, pretty much in every single lane, 92 to 90 down the bottom. Oh, I can see the odd one lingering. Oh, and Lee Sin is going to dive on towards KX. The ulti from Big Fat GG. Oh, beautiful ulti from X Special there, just stopping them in their tracks, saying no, hands off my carry. Rayman just going to step away from the tower, and the odd one continues to farm. He's he's been on a farming mission, it has to be said. He's not been successful with any Crow Storms just yet. Unlike he was with Nocturne, he picked up the first 3 kills, I believe.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me a little bit not to see Nocturne since he wasn't banned. I'd have thought one team would have had him in there, but no, who am I to tell? Here we go, again, Big Fat GG just clearing that lane out once again. Not much left going on. They've got a ward in that forward bush as well. And Hotshot, does he have his... Yeah, his teleport is ready, so they have to be a little bit careful down on this bottom lane, which obviously they won't know that ward is in there. So that could be somewhat of a surprise to come down for Ash and Sona. Yeah, we're seeing Fiddlesticks actually doing the blue buff. He took it there. I think Reginald may have wanted it. He started to work his way over, but then walked back as soon as Fiddlesticks picks it up. Hotshot had also taken some damage there up at the top. Really, as usual, not much going on in the top lane. They're just chipping away until they really have to go away.
Yeah, and we hate to say chipping away too many times, but that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. You know, they're not going to finish. It's a double bruiser. They can kind of each just, you know, farm away quite happily without really interrupting each other. Rayman kind of has the better of him at the moment. He certainly has a bit more damage, has the phage and the wriggles built in there, and just the basic boots so far, and you can see he's just going straight for him. Keep your eye on it. I will certainly will do. Looking towards the mid, you can see Assault's now coming back, and picked up the boots there, had the double Dorans. Reginald has completed his Rod of Ages, so he's on his way to building some AP. Looks like he's going to have a walk up towards top. I think they're going to try and get a gank on towards Hotshot here. No, just back straight away. And says, no, you know, it's not going to happen. Let's have a quick look down the bottom. You can see KX is having to furiously dodge Big Fat GG. Big Fat GG going straight for the Madrid's Blood Razor here. And unlike KX, who built it, went straight Man Immune, then he went for the Blood Razor. So, which kind of helps. You know, it can make him ulti much longer. He can do a lot more, stay in lane a lot longer. But Reginald just backing away from Lee Sin there, saw him in mid. But again, it's fairly slow paced, this one, Joe.
It is. There's a lot on the line, especially for CLG. I mean, for TSM to finish it off in 2 matches would be amazing for them, and they don't want to give CLG that confidence of bringing one back, because we've seen how that can go for teams. You know, you're full of confidence destroying in match 1, and then you lose match 2 and match 3. Somehow it all turns around once again. Momentum is a powerful, powerful thing that definitely won't be underestimated by either of these teams.
Yeah, down the bottom lane you can see that the odd one has snuck his way into the bushes. I'm not sure if they know he's there. Lee Sin's gone back, so now they are at 2. Clairvoyance, I think, just went down. These are the wards in the tri-bush, so I don't think they know he's there, you know. I don't think they have any idea. Let's have a look across.
He has his flash up as well, so...
Yeah, he needs to see them stepping forward. They're not going forward. They're not baiting it. Look, he's just ulting away. There you go. Clairvoyance goes down. Odd one, no, it immediately gets targeted. They can back straight out of there. So Odd one, they're not able to get any kills so far. They're not able to get any ganks. Every time he's been looking for it, they've been playing well. They've been defensively. They've got the lane pushed enough to be able to go back and buy, completing the Madrid Razor there, Blood Razor, sorry. And at the top again. It's very slow going, this one. And, you know, like we said, there's a lot on the line. Team SoloMid are not in China. CLG are. So Team SoloMid, well, they want to win it regardless, but they've already got revenge. They're in a strong position. They've no reason to go crazy. They're only, in fact, they're ahead in farm, despite the fact they're down in gold, because they picked up those double dragons, which still... CLG have no idea on the timing. They should have a clue this time, because they did manage to get a CV on it just at the end. Reginald's going to take another bomb. Yeah,
Rainman's going to take top turret as well.
He will do. And that is the first turret of the game there. So Team SoloMid, finally, that's going to actually unlock Hotshot and the Rainman, hopefully. So we'll just start pushing the action, because I think everyone's starting to fall asleep. I'm nodding off here.
They're going to move into other lanes, and we're going to see some action kicking off. Looks like we're going to see a dragon attempt by CLG, although I think they still don't quite have a time on it. Sol's just going to head back as well. He's up to 118 HP. Does have already that needlessly large rod, couple of Doran's blades, plus the Merc Dreads as well. Let's see what he actually comes back with. And nothing, actually.
Yeah, they're just all backed away from that, and now it's spawned.
Timing.
The TSM knew exactly what was going on. St. Vicious is just above it, though, yeah. And Hawkshot being triggered, but, you know, TSM are going to pick this up. Big Fat GG trying to get land his ulti. Can they get a steal of it? They're holding, look at that. The Rayman, sorry, coming down. He's going to keep Big Fat GG away from it. Yeah, and that's going to be another TSM Dragon. So that's the third Dragon. That's pushing that gold advantage up again. We have Aurelia down the bottom. He's going to try and force it, but he's got to be careful because Hotshot is pushing on towards the top tower. You know what Hotshot does best? He farms. He pushes towers. He stays in lane. He got caught out. The arrow is going to catch him. It's not going to be enough to do any damage. It's just going to get another chip up and walk away. The question is, will Team SoloMid be able to catch him? Reginald coming across. Clairvoyance goes down. They know exactly where he is. Reginald will land that stun, but I don't think it's going to be enough now. They're just going to back away. There's no reason to go for it. He hit and landed the stun, but he still walked away. No problem.
Yeah, no real point in burning any skills there. We do see Hotshot still sniffing around here, and he is level 14, so they need to be a little bit wary of him. Oh, especially Fiddle, who's only level 9.
Rayman diving on towards Souls here in mid. He did have Soraka coming up behind him. Reginald trying to come
top as well. We've got it. It's all kicking off there. We see the Hawkshot coming up. Tower destroyed by Big Fat GG. Hotshot is still in that bush. Why have they backed away from him?
I don't know, but they need to deal with this side lane because immediately St. Vicious and Big Fat GG pushing on towards that bottom. They've taken the bottom turret. They pinged Reginald. They saw Reginald go across, and they're going to continue pushing on. Meanwhile, TSM are a long way away. You know, you can't leave Big Fat GG chipping on the tower like that. It will do quite a lot of damage. Fiddlesticks is just doesn't care, and they are losing their blue buff. They've just pinged it now. Now Fiddlesticks is coming across, but I don't think he's been able to deal with it. Hotshot GG now has been left to deal with top turret.
I don't really get
come across. TSM are being stretched here by CLG quite well.
Yeah, I mean, that bottom lane was being pushed. Yeah, now Hotshot is in trouble. Rainman's just going to continue to knock those shots off, and no one's going to be anywhere near to give him any range. And yeah, there he is, dead. And the Ash arrow was a little bit far off there. Yeah, but as I was saying before, I don't understand completely why Ash and Fiddlesticks just left Hotshot there. He was in that bush, and they started to move down towards middle, but then didn't go anyway. So yeah, well, I'm sure there was a good reason for it anyway.
I can only assume they thought he'd gone, but he was, you know, he was keeping Chaos busy for a while, and then they thought, okay, now he's gone. Now he's gone. Now he's back again. That's what Hotshot does. He just farms. It's good. But he farms his way to victory. That's a bit harsh. he does a bit more than that. 2-1 the kills. That was the first CSM kill, by the way, on Hotshot GG. 3 towers to CLG, though. And they are slowly getting control. There's still no idea what's going on with the Dragon, though, so they need to get a hold of that. We are into the 21-minute mark. We've seen Baron already by now in the last game, but it has definitely been a lot slower paced here. Neither of them want to throw anything away. They don't want to go and be pushed into any rash decisions. And Big Fat GG, I think Big Fat GG is going to be one of the telling points in this. He's starting to build a lot of damage up there. The bomb's going off from Souls, picking up the farm. The ward's starting to go out quite nicely. Checking for the wraiths there, nothing there. Odd One lingering. Odd One hasn't got a great deal of AP yet. He's got 74, it's not too bad. He's got the gold coming in, he's got Sorcerer's boots on. CLG starting to stack up mid. And Rainman fancies another go Hotshot GG down here. I don't think he's going to be able to get him. Yes, he will. There's no tower.
I can't see why
he's going
not.
to pick another kill up it. No, he's giving it away. Yeah, the speed buff away. And Reginald was like, damn it, why did you go so early?
Reginald needs to be a little bit careful there. Cogmore is sniffing around. Actually, we'll go back down. That Clairvoyance actually catching sight. Oh, and Annie was very close to Hotshot there. No problem. They're going to know where he is once he goes past this ward. And constantly, of course, Rainman just farming away up at the top. Let's have a look at the CS, because we've not really talked about it that much recently. We have Galio 184 to the 214 already of Irelia, so that's very nicely done. And down at bottom, 167 Cogmore against a 179, 180 Ash. That's not bad at all. Pretty even down there. And of course, middle was Reginald going up against Souls, which is 163 to 156, and that doesn't get much more even anyway. 2-1 in kills. 1,000 gold basically difference. It's a really great game so far. If a little bit slow, that's just a caution that these guys have right now.
Oh, Clairvoyance goes straight down on them. TSM were thinking of Baron. I don't think they're going to actually engage it. Hotshot going to be chipped away again there. Rayman doing a lot of damage to him now. He has completed that Trinity Force. He's got Wriggles as well, so yeah. Hotshot is really unable to tank him. He's got a Frozen Heart, but you know, he's taken the quick burst damage. If you paired that up with, say, Reginald Tibbers going down on him or something like that, it would do a massive amount of damage. They're going to push straight towards his tower. CLG are closing in and around there. They know that they're here, and TSM are going to back away.
Yeah, and CLG aren't following just yet. We'll see if TSM decide to maybe touch on a Baron. Nope, not just yet. They've actually got no wards, which is a real problem for them. They've got a couple of Wriggles, obviously, but see what they can get down. Just that one at the end of the ramp. And they've actually pinged in there, so they know that there's something going on around there. Of course, now they do know that CLG are pushing this mid lane. What's the next target? Are they going to head down towards Baron? Red buff is available as well.
They're going to carry on farming, Joe. That's what they're going to do.
Farm.
Well, they're in a slow farming session, I would say. They're 30k to 31k. TSM with that a slight advantage of picking up many, many dragons. Now the dragon spawn. Okay, this is going to trigger a fight, and CLG finally find the dragon just as it spawns as well. So that's going to force them into position. TSM are not ready for this. CLG certainly are ready for this, despite the fact Hotshot GG is not here. He has got that teleport, so he can come in at any moment, any moment's notice, which is why they're going to push the mid lane and try and keep them away from it. You know, try and keep the tower push going, which is why Salz is double bombing. They're trying to clear this lane out as much as possible, try and force it on towards there so they can just give them the opportunity. And Hotshot GG doing exactly the same, picking up all that gold up top and going to keep pushing on towards it. And a ping actually going on to Baron, so maybe it's going to be, I don't know whether they're thinking maybe should we go for Baron while they go for Dragon. We saw it earlier and it didn't quite work. Yeah, Elements is not going to be able to do because obviously he needs to clear out those walls. There's a big stack of wards in there as he goes in there. Hotshot GG's going, the arrow going across there. That's going to be wasted. We'll manage to catch up to Hotshot. Hotshot wants the rest of his team to come round, and they have done. Yeah, wisely done by TSM there. They caught sight of St. Vicious coming around the side. All Hotshot wants to do is flash in and ulti, and he does. Sonar ulti going straight across. It didn't manage to trigger enough. The odd one does manage to get it. Hotshot GG is going to go down. St. Vicious also very low. The ulti being put actually on towards Hotshot, which is why they're not finishing him off. They're waiting for it to wear off. It does wear off. He manages to get away with that speed move. Sauce also taken very low. Reginald will explode here. There's nothing going to be able to keep him alive through that one. And well, it's a pretty even trade, 2 for 1. And considering it was TSM that were kind of semi-caught out of position by the flash ulti from Hotshot, they will manage to get on towards that tower, and Big Fat GG's just going to keep Kerks away, and that's going to buy him enough time to manage to lay down the damage on that tower. You can see the ulti just popping out every time he steps closer. He wants to get that tower. It's not going to happen. Ooh, needs to be careful. Remember, there's no Salty ulti to save his life if he does get caught. There's no arrow there. Remember, everything pretty much got blown there. Arrow's up very soon, though, so they've wisely backed away. I guess they're going to move around, pick up the blue. Yes, they will pick up the blue buff. They need to be careful they don't get greedy. They're going to try and go for Dragon, but remember, Team SoloMid will be spawning. They know that they're coming back. Now they're going to back away because they see that Hotshot GG coming around there. Chaos can't stand in the face of that. Hawkshots across, not going to get a steal. And TSM continue to follow. CLG know that the Dragon's there, but they know that they're on a fight on their hands if they do go for it. St. Vicious caught out of the side there, which is why Rayman's gone in for him. Will KX be able to catch in time? No, he won't do, and kicked beautifully into a special there as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that whole last team fight. Like, if you're going to finish the tank, if you're going to focus on the tank, at least kill him.
No, they couldn't kill him because Zillion's ulti went on him, so it was just respawn full health. Instead, they left him low, and rightly so, he had to back away.
That's all right, then.
That's all right, yeah.
Let him off.
They kind of know what they're doing.
Yeah. So Reginald here, just getting that free farm up in the middle area. Top lane's got a decent stack, actually, for someone of CLG to go and get some free cash. And it looks like it will be Hotshot who works his way up to deal with that one. And there goes a ward into Baron. So TSM have that vision now of the Baron area, so CLG aren't going to be able to sneaky in there and take that Baron away without them knowing. Meantime, Big Fat GG just chipping away at these minions in middle.
Look at the farm between the two tops, 237 to 236. You can't say Rayman and Hotshot don't continue to farm throughout this game. Oh, Rayman's going to dive on towards Big Fat GG. Hasn't got enough and not got enough to follow it up. And well, rightly so, they have to back out because Salts was there. As it didn't have any ward placement. That was just I believe he refers to it as DP. Some may think DP means something else, but apparently it means dude potential. Personally, I had a whole different other view of what DP meant, and I'm not going to go into it on stream.
You already are.
Yeah.
So, CLG backing away. Actually, red and blue on Saucer. They're going to start. They're going to kick this Baron off. Obviously, there is no ward.
They have no idea. And now they have no idea. X-Special is coming around. He's just clearing the wards. They have no idea that TSM there goes to Clairvoyance. And now they're going, oh, quick, try and get in there. Didn't get the steal. The Ash Arrow went in. Wasn't going to happen. And CLG pick up the first Baron. Despite the fact, oh, Chaos is going to take a lot of damage from Big Fat GG here. I think he might be enough to finish him off. Yes, he will do. And that ulti is going to land. Bang. Splat. Chaos down. Tower down. CLG now in a strong commanding position to be able to push this one on, Joe.
Yeah, and the tower's got basically no HP, and they can just tank it.
Yeah, they're waiting for someone to get in there and tank it.
Yeah, and Hotshot went forward, but he wasn't the one that was tanking. You have to be a little bit careful. Still 4 alive for TSM. No overextending needed at this point. Keep it up as you're going. You see Big Fat GG really just knocking his way straight through this tower. He's 2-0-2 right now. Got himself double Doran's Blade. Of course, that Blood Razor, Catalyst Protector already in there as well. And I think they're just going to steamroll straight through this inhibitor as well.
Yeah, so the TSM cannot do anything about it. Well, they were struggling in the team fight as it was, but when they got Barrett on, there's nothing they can do because Hotshot will just get straight on them, put that ulti down, and you know it will destroy the entire team. So they rightly so had to stand at the double Nexus towers, and there was nothing TSM could do but stand and watch.
Vicious just stealing away all the jungle that he can. And actually we see that TSM do have a couple of wards down in that top jungle area and one in Baron Pit, which is a little bit late. Now we see...
And he's going to get caught out of position.
Yeah, we get the speed onto Hotshot GG. He's going to push in there. Stun comes out. She's going to flash over and get away. Let's have a look how much damage that bomb's doing. Lots of damage right now. Double bomb and she's pretty much dead. What HP does Souls have?
Chaos, in the meantime, has decided to go, you know what? If they're going to keep doing that, I will push the bottom tower. And look, he's not really got any minions with him, but it's going to have enough damage to be able to just chip it down. Look at that, Infedge and Wriggles on there. Got to be... Yeah, nobody's got anywhere near him, but they have gone missing. They've got no vision. So you can see that, I mean, there's the single ward, like you say, in Baron and the Tribush. That's it. It's all been cleared out, and TSM are pretty blind at the moment, so they need to be careful. Even just going in their own jungle, they need to be careful which way. You can see the wolves are up, but they don't really want to go pick them up.
Right now, Sol's pushing his way forward as well in that middle area. See if he tries to drop a bomb or two on top of Reginald. Nope, just going to continue to feed. Obviously, there's super minions pushing up there with them as well. And that's going to set TSM into an even more passive defensive kind of mode. Galio starting to work up on this bottom lane as well. So we'll see if CLG split the lanes. I mean, that's something that we saw them we've seen them do earlier in this second game, but also, you know, Hotshot's just great at doing that. He seems to really shine through when it comes to splitting the opposition up and managing to squeeze through onto those turrets. There they take that one down. They're not going to get greedy, CLG. They just back away.
No, they're going to pick up the blue. They're clearing out the jungle, taking all the buffs, and they have full control now. So CLG looking strong in this one. They're going to have to do something pretty chronic to lose it, but it is still possible. Team SoloMid are quite capable of a strong fight, but Hotshot GG is just looking for that opportunity right now. As soon as those minions go in, they're going to force them away. Look at that. Ulti landing on the odd one. The odd one already very low health. They can't do a thing about it. Look at it. He's trying to draw them in. He's got his flash ready to flash ulti in there, which is what he wants to do. Oh, and the arrow will land down him. Oh, Reginald taking very low. St. Vicious going in. If he can just flash ulti in there. Instead, the Fiddlesticks will go in. Hotshot gets his ulti off. Rain Man taken so low, but he's got Guardian Angels. He will respawn. Six Special tries to come across. They're trying to buy a little bit of time. Hotshot had the ulti on him from Zillion. Comes straight back up. And that's going to be Reginald going down as well. That bomb won't quite finish him off, but St. Vicious will. And Big Fat GG picks up the kill in the end. Tower going down. CLG are going to take this one. There's nothing at all that Team SoloMid could do. We're going to have a third map here, Joe. It's what we like. It's what we want. It's not what my flight time wants, but it's okay. We're still going quickly. As long as the players are ready in time, I'm happy. And CLG, you know, they have played this one perfectly. Team SoloMid played the first one perfectly. CLG have just turned it around and said, you know what, we're going to win this one. And the confidence between the two, I have no idea which way the bans are going to go or what way anything's going to go. Sol's using his ulti on himself. Doesn't matter. Will we see Hotshot dive on the fountain? Don't matter. We're going to take the Nexus. Joe, we're going to have the third map.
Well, let's be honest, that's all everyone wanted to see here. Match number 3 between CLG and TSM. We can forget the last 2 games because it all comes now down to this one next matchup. Hopefully, it's going to be amazing.
Well, hopefully it's going to be a bit more quick pace because that was a pretty slow one, I have to say. There was not a fat lot of action, and in fact, it was 2-1 for about the first probably 30 minutes of that game, really. So let's hope the third map becomes a bit more action-packed. I don't know whether we're going to get to see a level 1 fight yet between these two guys. It's funny that when they come against European teams and they quite happily invade the jungle. When they come, maybe it's because they know that they can get away with it. When they come against the American team, they just stand at turret. They're European style.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as far as having a more fast-paced game, I'm not sure that we're going to. I mean, this is the third map of the final. It's all on this one, so we could be seeing an even slower game.
Oh God, no.
I hope that one of them really thinks about this, you know, knowing how passive they've both teams have played in both maps, and goes out and plays really offensive to get those early kills. We're going to see that, though, here in just a second. Quick look down the post-match scoreboard, by the way. 4-0-3, Sols. Zillion ban next game? I think so.
We've seen Zillion picked pretty much throughout this tournament by the American teams, and every single time it's worked well, apart from the very, very first game by CLG. 3-0-4 as well for Big Fat GG. Big Fat GG on Cogmore is brilliant, and I think potential targeted ban, because both teams have played Cogmore now, and every single time he has been one of the main focal points. Obviously, no, can't forget Hotshot GG's managed to land that ulti in there, managed to catch them out every time, getting the res straight away from Sols. You know, they managed to pull out of it. CLG played perfect, TSM played perfect. I guess we're going to get a great game. We'll be back straight after this break.